Hey, what's going on? Isaac Guzman here with LPT Realty and Real Estate CEOs. Today, I'm going to show you a ridiculously simple move that lifted conversations by 42%. We're talking a 27-second video text you send in the first 5 minutes after a lead registers. Okay, I'm going deep. What to say word for word when you send it, how to set up your phone in CRM so it's automatic, and how to handle replies without sounding salesy, and how to get that really extra 42% and how it could translate into tens of thousands of dollars in annual income. Now here's the kicker, without buying any more leads. Real quick though, before we jump into that, tap subscribe, hit like. You got to share this with an agent, all right, who needs more conversations this week. If you're a real estate coach, our real estate team, we're essentially a national team with coaches all over the nation helping the agents. If you're a coach, you know that the amount of conversations that an agent has on a weekly basis, basically the determining factor of how successful they're actually going to be. All right. Now, here's another thing. If you're exploring LPT and you want me in your corner as your sponsor or co-sponsor, book a one-on-one with me. All right. The link is in the description. I'll plug you straight into our conversion systems right out the gate. Anyways, let's make your phone print money. That's what I was telling somebody earlier today. I'm like, listen, this thing is basically a money printer. All right. When I was working through this and seeing the numbers and how it all works and seeing the success. Okay. Most agents don't have a lead problem. Let me say that again. You do not have a lead problem. We have a conversion, oftentimes a conversation, but a conversion problem. We work really hard to create awareness. People register. And then we treat a cold stranger the same as a hot hand raiser. It's the wrong tool and it's the wrong moment. Okay. And here's why. Well, actually, here's why video first wins that first contact. Number one, it's a pattern interrupt. All right. Everyone else is dropping a generic voicemail. You show up with your face, your tone, and their name. Number two, trust travels faster on video. Okay. Humans read micro expressions. They decide, hey, I can talk to this person in seconds. As a matter of fact, my YouTube channel gets me a lot of people that choose to join my team at Space or join the brokerage at LPT Realty with me because they're like, hey, I can see this guy knows what he's talking about, seems trustworthy, and at the very least, he's probably not going to sell me super hard because he's, pretty matter of fact. All right, that's important. Now, number three, speed plus clarity. In 5 minutes, you're far more likely to connect and about 10 times more likely to close than if you were to wait. If you were to wait to do this, you're decreasing your chances. And with video, they can reply silently from work or the school pickup line. The result, when teams switch to video first, increase in 42% of more initial conversations from responders. Add 3 short videos in the first week and connection likelihood jumped up by more than 50%. Okay, here's the lesson that you learn there. Authentic beats polished. If you send a video after someone registers and it's like you in the studio and the hair's, your hair's blowing in the wind and the light's perfect and everything like that and it's very edited, people actually don't trust that. It undermines trust a little bit. The one take video is better than the million takes, and it's certainly better than the no take. All right, because people build trust that way. And I've talked a lot about this, how to convert video, how to convert leads, especially online leads using video. The really important part is that people feel that you're a real human, and the better your quality of video is, like sometimes it gets sketched out. It's just the truth. Whereas if you just talk to me on the phone or you just submitted something and maybe there's a dog in the background or I'm sweaty because I just jumped off the Peloton or I'm walking down the street because I'm on my way to the coffee shop, whatever that is, if I can send that video right there and use the person's name, and again, I'm going to get into the script in just a second, what that does is that goes, oh, they're a real person. It's harder to ignore a real person. It's harder to be rude to a real person, right? It's harder to just completely ignore and not engage with a real human being. Right? Because there's a certain amount of empathy. You go, oh, they're just doing their job. So that's important. And like I said, the one take video that's not great beats the no take video. All right. So let me give you that like kind of exact 27-second script. All right. It's really 4 parts. Thank, mirror, micro value, easy next step. All right. Let me say that again. Thank them, mirror, micro value, easy next step. So it sounds something like this. All right. Hey, Samantha, I just saw you register. Thank you. I'm Isaac. You clicked on a few homes around the Poway area with 4 beds and 3 baths, around that $1.6 million range. And I've got 2 options that actually match what you looked at. Want me to text them over to you, or would you rather a super short call later today? That's it. You thanked them. You mirrored what they did, and so they feel seen, right? Like you were looking at homes in Poway, this many bedrooms, this many bathrooms at this price. They're like, oh, okay, cool. They understand what I'm doing. They're not the person who's going to call me, oh man, remember this. It happens all the time. They're not the person, they're not the agent that calls me and goes, hey, so tell me more about what you're looking for. It's like, well, I don't know. I spent 38 minutes on your website, clicked on 16 houses, favorited 6 of them, and actually shared 2 of them. But yeah, let me go ahead and start from scratch in this conversation. That's insane. You're already shooting yourself in the foot. Putting this video out there offers a ton of value. You offered micro value immediately, right? You said, hey, I know of these other 2 properties. And you gave them what we call a binary next step. That's easy to really answer. Okay, very clear next step. Do you want me to send those to you, or would a quick phone call make most sense? Right? People love the ability to choose, and also they know exactly what to expect from a next conversation with you or the next step in working with you. Now, you can tweak it by funnel stage. All right, the cold version is like, hey, Samantha, thanks for registering. Isaac here. You browsed a couple of places near Poway. Quick question, do you prefer newer finishes or, more extra yard? I can send 2 options that might match your vibe, text or a quick call later today. Right? Like that it sounds worse than the way it reads. It's basically just like period, text or quick call later today. Let them choose. You're going to be blown away by how many people actually respond and go, a call later today after 4 is great. Can you just text me? They respond. Okay, it really happens. Now, maybe it's a more warm version. All right, maybe you spoke to them at the open house and then you put them in your system, or you guys have had a call and they're like, not yet. Call me back in 6 months when I'm a little bit closer, or whatever it is. The script is following the same format, it's just slightly different. So it might sound something like this, like, hey, Samantha, it's Isaac here. Hey, I saw you favorited, 123 Main Street, and I've actually got 2 similar places that just hit. Do you want a quick text rundown right now, or should I call after maybe like 4 p.m. today? All right. That is a great way to get them to just say, okay, you're adding value. You are helping me understand what's on the market, and you're working for me right here, right now. All right. And that's somebody that maybe you're trying to get into the first showing, right? Something like that, where you want to get them going. Now, there's also a hot version, right? Like somebody who is looking, they just registered, or you've shown them a couple of houses and you're ready to just get rocking. You can send them the video. Again, same kind of framework, it's just a little different. Like, hey, Samantha, Isaac here. Hey, you viewed 123 Main Street twice today, right? And then I was looking at the back end, and there's actually a new comp around the corner, right? A very similar home, but this one has the backyard or the wraparound deck that you've really been looking for. So do you want me to text that link now, or do you want to hop on a quick 2-minute call before it gets busy this afternoon? All right, so notice the pattern: short, specific, and client-centered. Now think about this: there's no resume in there. I'm Isaac with this team and this brokerage, and I'm the number 1. Right? There's no bio. I've sold houses in San Diego for 15 years. It's none of that. It's all value. It's about them. Because guess what? Your resume is about you. Your bio is about you. Me talking to them about houses and offering times and convenient information that's helpful and insightful, that's all value. That's about them. Okay? Now here's the thing. Great. I got these really simple scripts, Isaac. I'm going to go ahead and use my phone to send this out. I'm going to not be a coward. I'm going to just send it. All right. I'm not going to rewatch my video 1,000 times to make sure it's perfect. I'm just going to hit it. And unless I drop like the F-bomb or something, I'm not worried about it. I'm sending. Now here's the thing. Timing matters. All right. Here's the cadence that works. You have to send the first video in the first 5 minutes of them registering on your website. Okay, has to happen. Use that 27-second script. All right. Then 4 to 6 hours later. Okay, this might seem like it's too much for you. Get over it. Try it. I tell everybody this when I'm working with them. I go, challenge everything, question everything. Okay, but there's 2 ways to challenge me. One is the coward's way. The coward's way of challenging somebody is going, I don't want to do that. Here's why it won't work. It's never going to work because of these, this, and that. And this is my opinion. So I've never tried it, but I don't think it'll work. It won't work in my market. It won't work for me. It won't work with my clients. It won't work with my database. That's the coward's way of doing it. You come up with all those excuses without even trying, get out of here. The right way to challenge everything is go, oh, dude, really? 42% higher conversation rate out the gate? Cool. Bet, Isaac. I'm going to go ahead and take you up on this. I'm going to challenge that. I'm going to do it on every single lead that registers for the next 90 days without deviating whatsoever from what you taught me in this video. And I didn't get the results I was looking for, so therefore, Isaac, you are not valid in saying that. That I will accept. Someone comes and says, I did it exactly the way you described it for 90 days, man. Every person that registered, I did the exact same thing and it did not work. Cool. You have now earned the right to tell me that I was wrong. But until then, you don't have that right. Someone, if you watch this video and you're like, this will never work. Okay. Well, unless you've done it for 90 days straight or at least 100 reps, you don't have the right to say that. So get over it. All right. So back to it. Within the first 5 minutes, I'm sending the 27-second script. Okay. So hours 4 to 6, now that I've told you how to challenge me correctly, hours 4 to 6, you're going to send the quick follow-up text. And it's just going to say something like, hey, just sent the video. Want me to text 2 options now or later tonight? Question mark. That's it. You're done. Day 3, we're going to send video text again. That's our video number 2. This is what we call the this or that text. Okay. And I'll give you that in just a second. Day 6 and 7, video number 3 is what we call the last view nudge. All right, so day 1, the first video, you already have that script, all right? So day 3, video number 2, this is the quick script, right? It's like, hey, quick one, Samantha, which is more like you? Kitchen A, which is a gallery style kitchen, or kitchen B, right? Like giving them 2 different options and then say, hey, I've got both styles available near the area where you're looking, so near Poway. Your pick is going to help me understand you better and send you better options. So what do you think, kitchen A or kitchen B? If you can, hold up 2 photos on your screen or a printout. All right, people love choosing. So you might say gallery or what, like some name, but maybe they don't know them. So that's why holding up a picture makes a ton of sense. Is it super easy to coordinate this? No, not really. You have to press print on your computer and then have a ring camera holder. That's about it, right? This one or this one? Which one best matches you? It's going to help me send you more relevant information. People love choosing. Give them that option. All right, now I said day 6 or 7. That's where we're going to do video number 3. It's going to sound something like this, hey, Samantha, I noticed you looked at, and then you can visit 123 Main Street or whatever it is, right? Or you looked at that house with the really big pool. A similar one popped up, but this one has a gazebo and a much better view. Do you want me to text it over before the open house crowd really finds it? Right. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a little bit of urgency, right? Obviously I got to know a little bit of inventory, but again, this is something worth really doing. This is especially good with people that are right in that market of they're actually seeing houses or you've already shown them 1 or 2, right? That's really important. Each video should be under 30 seconds. All right. It should be shot vertically and it should be name based. And it should all be in one take. No edits. All right. So again, you're going to always say their name so they know it's not pre-recorded generic junk. And I know you're already thinking about it. I know you're already thinking about how can I do this in a lazy way? How can I do it to where I don't actually have to find another house? How can I do it where I don't actually have to shoot a personalized video for every single lead that comes in and registers? Stop trying to be lazy. You realize you want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars this year in real estate. Do it the right way. Okay, maybe I'm sharing a little bit of my frustration in this video, but I'm not going to edit it out. The reality is we want too much for doing too little. Those of us that are committed to doing the full entire playbook, doing all of the work, we're going to dominate. There's so much opportunity coming up in 2026. It's phenomenal, but it's only going to be for those of us that are willing to put in this work. So stop looking for shortcuts right now. If you already think, I know you already were, because I know I was when I was watching stuff like this, when I was coming up in real estate, and even frequently still do this, where it's what do I really have to do all that? Do I really have to research and find another property that's similar? Do I really have to use their name and shoot a personalized video for every single one of these people? Can't I just pre-record one and kind of start with hey there, and make it seem like it was shot naturally and in the moment? Stop that nonsense. All right, because remember, authenticity over polish. Let's talk about tech. All right, so this actually gets delivered. First, send it as MMS, okay, whenever possible, so that the thumbnail actually shows. On Android, recipients with what's that called? RCS, high quality video, can go through very cleanly. On iPhone, iMessage handles it nicely, obviously. If your CRM or phone carrier struggles with MMS quality, send a short text with a tap to play link immediately after. Okay, so just sent you a quick video, Samantha. If it didn't come through, tap here and then put the short link. All right, super simple. Use a shortener tied to your domain and add UTM tags so that you can track your clicks. You might have the tags like source equals SMS, medium equals video, campaign equals first to touch. All right, if you're not familiar with what that is, like, you can research those terms about UTM tags. You can always just click the description and the link below to book one-on-one time with me. All right, and I can explain that to you, but just know that if you know what that stuff is, absolutely want to do that. In your CRM, you have to create the first touch video tag, okay? And probably even a custom field. All right, so did they click the video? Okay, if they click the video, awesome. We need to set a simple automation. So it's something like this: if video clicked equals yes and no, reply in 15 minutes. Right, so like, what's going on? Fire a single follow-up text. Got your click, Samantha. Want me to text you 2 options right now or after work? I know what you're already thinking. Isn't it creepy that we're telling them we're seeing what they're clicking? Not anymore. Get over it. Everyone's seeing what you're clicking. You know that Google watches all the stuff that you're doing. You know that if you say specific things in front of your phone, you're going to see ads for it on Instagram. You know that already. So do they. They don't think it's creepy. They think it's helpful. Okay? Here's the other things. Just some housekeeping items. All right. Register your number for A2P 10DLC. What that really means is you need to register your number and then find your IT person, find your team leader, right? Find the person to help you pick your CRM or call your CRM and see if they can help you register your number for A2P 10DLC. Because what that means is that the carriers that your clients are using, they will actually trust your texts, okay? Use a dedicated number for this first touch outreach so your personal style stays clean. So use like a number inside your CRM, right? That's what we use for Follow-Up Boss. Say, hey, we're going to get these numbers, get them registered. All right, here's another thing. Keep your messages short, keep them human, and avoid any spammy words. All right, guaranteed, free in all caps. Like, you don't want any of that stuff. Keep them short. Again, no sales pitches, no bios, no resumes. Don't do any of that. Now, personalization. All right, that's the thing. The fastest way to get replies is to reference what they did. Inject anything that you need. All right, like if you're going to write these pre-written texts, great. You can have the first name, last name, viewed city. Like, you can use all kinds of your custom fields, right, inside your CRM, so that, like, even school district, right, whatever data you're pulling from them, why not include that in the messaging? If your IDX captured it, you got to do it. All right, so like a good example, like let's say you can pull their first name, their last name, the city where they viewed, the beds, the bath, their max price, and the school district. You might even say something like, hey, or the text, right? The automated text can even have this in there. All right, so it'd be like, hey, and then first name pulls in automatically. Thanks for registering. Saw you favored 4 beds around, Rancho Penasquitos, up to about 1.2 million. I've got 2 with larger backyards. Want those by text now or would later be better? Okay, like that is absolutely something you need to do on the video script, and now that's what we're talking about. But also when you're texting, when you're creating these automations, use that data. All right, make a note in your template. That's all like some technical stuff, but what about making your videos look and sound great in one take? Quick tips, right? Stand facing a window or a soft light. Hold the phone at eye level. Okay, so you don't want light behind you. You want to hold the phone at eye level because people they don't like being looked down at, and they don't like having to look up at. Okay, and they don't like having to see like this weird, like trying to hide my double chin angle. All right, just get over it. Hold it at eye level. Be arm length away, not too far, not too close. Smile with your eyes. All right, what does that mean? That means this, not this. All right, look at my mouth is doing it, but not my eyes. Now my eyes are doing it. All right. Keep it tight from the shoulders up. If it's loud out there, step inside your car for a little bit better acoustics. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you also shouldn't have like people having a screaming match or your dogs like barking really, really close by. All right. Speak slightly slower than normal. And imagine you're talking to the person that you actually like. That warmth actually reads through the camera, believe it or not. Now, when it comes to gear, your phone is enough. If you want upgrades, okay, cool. Get a clip-on mic. It's like $60 on Amazon. All right, a small ring light might be $25, and a cheap tripod might be like $15. All right, but don't wait for the gear. The money is in the message. All right, plus your speed of delivery. All right, now what do you say when they reply? Let's say they say, yes, send options. Awesome. 2 quick checks so I don't waste your time. This is maybe the response. Do you prefer newer finishes or a bigger yard? Something like that. And are you open to, some adjacent area if it gets you that feature, right? So like, hey, are you open to Rancho Penasquitos? Maybe they're looking in Del Sur. And hey, are you open to Rancho Penasquitos if it gets you that feature? What if they respond with something like, hey, can we talk after work? Simple. Right? You got it. I'll text you 2 right now so you could take a peek, and I'll call you at whatever that time window is. Right? If that changes, just shoot me a thumbs up emoji. Super simple. And what about if they respond? This is a pretty common one because they're trying to push you off. I'm just looking. Great. My response is perfect. That's actually one of my favorite stages to help people. I'll be your filter so you don't have to drown in tabs in all kinds of different irrelevant homes. You want 2 places a week that match your vibe? If it's annoying, say stop and I'll tap out. Right? You can say something as easy as that. Or here's another one they use, right? You can use this. Anybody could text this and lie about it or be telling the truth. I already have an agent. My response could be something like, hey, that's totally fair. If you're committed, right? Stick with them. If you're still interviewing, I'm happy to be your backup. Set of eyes, no pressure. What's some other one? Like, not now, I won't be ready until next year. Great. This gives us time to prep. Do you want monthly snapshots of your target areas so you feel the shift before you jump, right? Do you want a snapshot of your target areas so you understand kind of what a deal looks like, right? Like those are the types of things I'm letting them know. Like it's totally fine that you're not ready yet. Do you want me to help you get ready? Do you want me to help you be ready when it's time? Oh, you know what? Another one. Send me price only, right? Like send me the price of those things. That's a weird one, but it happens. Okay, sure thing. For this area, 3 to 4 bedrooms are up to this price. Median is this, right? So I'll put like max price. Median is this, maybe a quick stat from the MLS. I'll text you 2 clean options, maybe 1 stretch so you can compare. If they stop responding, no drama. All right, you'll hit video 2 and hit video 3 on schedule regardless. Then you move them to your longer term nurture. Now, when they log back in, because you should be tracking this, or save a home, treat them like a new lead and restart the entire plan. I'm telling you right now, you got to do it. They forgot about you. Have you forgot about a client? You forgot about somebody you met at an open house last week. They definitely forgot about you. So when 192 days or 44 days has passed and they open up another email and look at 4 new homes or whatever that is on the site, treat them like they're brand new because in their head, it is brand new. Okay? They don't remember talking to you. They certainly don't remember the text they never responded to. Okay? Let's talk money. How does an extra 42% more first conversations translate into GCI? Well, let's break down some example math. Okay? Simple but conservative. Okay, say you get 100 new leads a month. All right, baseline conversion rate is 20%. That's 20 conversations. With a 42% lift, that's actually 20 times 1.42, right? Which equals 28.4 conversations. So let's further that out. If you set appointments with, like, let's call it 40% of conversations. So we have a baseline of 20 times 0.4. That means you got about 8 appointments set. Using this video first method, if we get 28.4 conversations, you multiply that by 0.4, that's 11.36 appointments set. So already you're seeing, what is that? 3 more appointments. Okay. Now let's make another assumption. If 75% of appointments that you set actually show, well, okay, that means in the scenario, the baseline scenario where you have 8, You multiply that by 0.75, that gives you 6 appointments that you actually hold. Okay, we take that same percentage and multiply it by the 11.36. That means that you're going to hold 8.52% of appointment. 8.52 appointments. Now you can't have 0.52 of an appointment, but you get where I'm going with this. Just wait till the end. All right. Now, if 25%, again, I'm super conservative. Some of you guys crush these numbers, right? But if 25% of the people that you actually meet because they kept their appointments close, here's what that means. Baseline was 6 people that we met. We multiply that by 0.25, that equals 1.5 deals. All right. So again, for every 100 leads, you're getting 1.5 deals using the baseline method where you're not doing video first. Now, if we do the video first method of 8.52, multiply that by 0.25, that's 2.13 deals. Now, keep in mind, this is a monthly number. I said 100 leads per month, right? So 2.13 deals, that's 0.63 deals more per month. Now, if your average GCI on a deal is called like $9,000, that's an extra $5,600 more per month. Over 12 months, that is $68,000 and some change in incremental GCI without, here's the crazy part. All right, because you're like, okay, guys, I get it. Like $68,000 is a significant amount of money, but what else do I have to do? Think about this. We're not buying more leads. That's the thing. You're not doing very much different. You're spending literally minutes extra on doing some of this stuff in terms of the video shooting. Yeah, you're spending maybe an hour or two extra a week doing the extra research, making sure that you have relevant pictures to show them, doing all that stuff, asking your buddy to hold the phone while you do it because the camera holder, the phone holder, right, little tripod that you bought hasn't been delivered yet. Dude, I get it, right? But that's an extra 68 grand without paying any more out of pocket. Now, if you're a team leader, run that across the 5 to 10 agents, the 20 agents, the 50 agents you have. I mean, let's just think about the 5. If you multiply that by 5, that's a ridiculous amount of money. Okay, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars that we're looking at. The math gets really silly really fast. Not really my place, but I feel compelled to always talk about this real quickly. A couple quick compliance guardrails so that you're always safe. All right. Always include an easy opt-out, like reply stop to opt out. Respect quiet hours. No late night blast. If someone opts out, honor it immediately in your CRM. Okay. Make sure your lead sources include texting consent where required, and that your number is, like I said, A2P and 10 DLC registered. Here's the thing. I gave you some really good stuff in here. Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you reach out. Drop a comment. I respond to all of them. All right. Here's a question we got to be asking ourselves. Why are LPT agents scaling faster and scaling this faster? Well, here's the thing. Because we don't just give ideas. We operationalize them. Okay. You'll get exact video scripts, the week 1 cadence, all the templates, and real coaching on tone so it feels like you, not like a robot, because our community pressure tests all of these plays weekly, shares the tweaks and ships updates out to you so you can really copy and paste them. Okay, because here's the thing, all those UTM tags and all this stuff you may not even know about, we've got them all for you here. So if you're building a team, we'll help you implement like ISA fallbacks, speed to lead, right, all that stuff, and dashboards so that you can coach to behaviors, not just like, hey, what feels right. Now, if you're a solo agent, we can do the same thing. We just don't have to do it at a team level. All right. Now, if you do that and add in our listing and marketing systems, the live events, and the agent obsessed culture, you've got a real big place where conversion isn't theory, it's habit. All right, so 2 quick things before we wrap up, because I know this is a long, very tactical video, but first, it's challenge time. For the next 7 days, send that 27-second video within 5 minutes on every new lead. All right, now I told you earlier 90 days, but at least do the 7. All right, 3 videos in 1 week. I want you to track the conversations. You will feel the lift. All right, now second, if you want me in your corner as your sponsor, your co-sponsor at LPT, book a one-on-one with me, okay? The link is in the description. I'll walk you through the scripts, the setup, and how we'll plug you into that community. And, that really livens up the conversation. Crush it like all the other top teams do, all right? So here's the thing. My ask again, after giving you all this, is if this helped, like it, subscribe to the channel, share it with your office chat. I'm Isaac Guzman. Go record that first video right now. One take. Your future self will absolutely thank you for it.